Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction with the Ghost. And we have our little dragon over here, Lucy. We're here today, of course, with House of the Dragon, Episode 2. This episode is titled, I believe, yes, The Rogue Prince. Which I believe is talking about Daemon, who was exiled.
The brother.
The brother.
Yes.
So, and obviously, names are going to be an issue because these names are, like, kind of confusing. So, Viserys is the king. Daemon is the prince who was exiled, his brother. Rhaenyra is
the daughter.
Yeah, who was appointed as the heir.
Yep.
After a whole thing, there is Alicent Hightower, which is the daughter that Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King, sent in to go see your
Comfort
king.
him.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward. Yes. Hello, dragon. Yes. So, how'd you feel about the first episode? I thought it was.
I enjoyed. There was a lot that went on in the first episode.
A lot went down. A lot went down for sure.
I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it as well. I'm excited to see what happens here because we already have season 2 confirmed. So
They confirmed that really, really early.
yeah, we had actually talked about that, and they're like, well, yeah, maybe they'll announce after the first season, just to kind of see. But no, they did not wait
After the
even
first episode.
Yeah, not even a week or something after the first episode. They just went boom and all that, and she's excited too. Clearly, you can tell she's really excited for season 2 confirmed because she's going to be appearing because she's a dragon as well, as you can tell. So, what are you expecting in this episode? Because Daemon clearly, I think something's gonna. I mean, the Rogue Prince. It's about him, I would think. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope we get to see more dragons.
more. 'Cause
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot, but there
We
was
saw 3
mm-hmm,
dragons.
3, and there was a 4th one right here. This 4th dragon, this fire-breathing dragon. So let's get into it now, and let's see if she'll calm down. Obviously, she's all excited because she's like, "What's going on? What are you guys doing? I got to be in the video too." Yes. So let's get into it now, guys, and see what happens with this episode, and hopefully some crazy stuff goes down. I mean, crazy stuff did go down to the first episode. So let's
Go.
yes.
With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All have passed.
Oh, they're
their
replacing Damon.
What reason does the crab feeder have to fear us?
Mm.
A seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
I like that.
Stepstones will be settled.
I think she's like trying to listen in to kind of see
You
how
have
he's leading.
Dragonriders,
Oh,
father. It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
at least she has a plan.
Never know when he dies. Like, she could have to take over tomorrow.
With this show, when Game of Thrones is shown, yeah, it's possible he could die right now.
Son of the steward of the Lord.
Is that
of
that guy
Blood.
from the first episode?
Looks.
I think.
Be welcome. I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's not
Simple
be
enough.
Too hasty, princess. Of course, princess.
Have somebody who knows how to fight. He's
Let's
fought
stand Sir
before.
Kristen's investiture
She's
then.
And lived.
she's smarter than I think Hightower's giving her credit. He's trying to.
I only pore over the histories and provide
That's
the
really
plans.
detailed.
The stonemasons built the structures.
He made a terrible
I
choice
did when I lost my own
that took her
mother.
mother away.
I don't think I'd ever speak to him again.
You don't think? If you were in her position?
I was sure
I mean, he decided to kill her mother.
You do have such an easy
He
way
just kind of
about
like
you.
pushed her away when she was trying to offer her opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only been half a year since my mother died. And already they tried to
Half a
marry my
year?
father off and replace
What
him as
happened?
heir.
We do a time jump?
So many
He
candles.
chose you for his heir.
Who lights all those?
Somebody
didn't
has a lot of
choose
time
him,
on their
it's
hands.
Wednesday.
I have a sneaking suspicion that something's gonna happen
I
between
find
them.
this is the way to be with my mother.
So how you like at some churches you like light a candle in remembrance of somebody? Is that
kinda-
kind of what they're doing?
Feels like it.
My niece is my favorite cousin after all.
Might I speak plainly, Your Grace?
Go for it.
I always welcome the unfettered thoughts
At the moment, the crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
and a blind incursion in the stepstones is
Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valerian houses.
Are you gonna talk to her about it right now?
Awkward, probably. So do they have dinner all the time? They just don't talk?
Real awkward.
So marriage?
Sir Harold provided a fine field of tawny knights.
oh,
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What?
Those maggots?
Oh,
the maggots will remove the
Oh,
dead flesh.
when he
and
pricked his
hopefully
finger in the
stop
first
the advance
episode.
of the rot.
remember?
What is your advice, dear Otto?
Yeah, what is he supposed to
The
do?
Lady Lena is young, Your Grace. The Grand Maester's reasoning is sound.
Sounds like he wants to disagree with
I do
anything.
fear what Rhaenyra might say.
Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
What?
Ugh.
No.
Okay. No. No.
What
No.
the hell?
No.
Short
I
time
really hope he doesn't do this.
before he died. With Balerion, the Dragon Keepers believe
Like, she's
she
not
lay
even
down
a
somewhere on the
like
coast.
she
That could
hasn't
be
even
his daughter.
hit puberty
The
yet.
Yeah, that could be his daughter.
brought her in her summertime to join our houses, as they were in Old Valyrian.
She just
No.
She's just
I
being
wanted
told to
many
say this.
children of-
What did your mother tell you?
not to do this.
that I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
It bothers you, does it not?
She makes me think of Cersei.
You think? A little bit?
Just that look right there with her
Oh.
looking
My
like.
father is a...
Does it bother you? Yes, it
Of course
should.
it does.
Okay, there you go.
His new wife will produce new heirs, and
Mhm.
chances are better than not that one of those will be male. Because that is the order of things.
But she doesn't want it anyways.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Here is the hard truth.
Somebody needs
no
to
one else has the
sweep.
heart to tell.
Somebody needs to sweep. That was your biggest complaint.
Father is no fool.
Seems the realm wants for a new queen.
But a queen that young? No. Wait. Is he gonna marry her?
Lord Corlys Balarion.
That's why Hightower
is
sent
at
her
the
in
hand of his
In the
daughter.
first episode. To
To,
plant the seed.
funny, he'll sit down with her and eat and talk.
Not his own
Can't
daughter.
can't sit down with his daughter.
Of course he's coming in when they're talking.
The Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria.
A second wife?
She is to assume the title Lady Missaria. Invited you to his wedding, Your Grace. It is in 2 days' time.
2 days.
Good.
Quick turnaround.
Lady Missaria.
Send him to the wall.
Ooh,
Perhaps
the
I
wall.
can put his head. Let me go to Dragonstone.
But he wants to go though.
Looks cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Roar.
it's even better.
Roar.
Wow. That shows how long of a walk it is.
King
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
You
Oh,
told
he
him not
wanted
to
to
come.
come.
You told him not to come.
Not for bastards fathered on a common whore.
Lady Missaria is to be my wife.
This is an abomination with every breath.
I don't think he's ready for a fight. He wants.
No.
He's trying to cause one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's his dragon.
Yeah. It's such a thin body.
Long neck.
Yeah. Oh, there's another
Uh-oh.
one.
Oh.
The object of your ire. The reason that you were disinherited. So do it. And be done with all this bother.
Gave the egg.
But he could have recreated it somehow.
Oh, like
So
a
is that
fake. Like a
the
fake
actual
one.
egg?
Maybe.
I mean, they're lucky that she showed up.
Yeah, because they would have died.
I came to you to be liberated.
Liberated.
She is 12.
She will mature.
She's 12?
I
She's
never
not
asked
like
to
12.
remarry.
Oh.
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone.
He had no idea.
No.
The king must take a new wife.
I don't think you're ready for who he's wanting though.
And so your first duty is to the realm.
This is gonna be bad. She's there.
I have decided
Yeah, he's
to
marrying
take
her.
a new wife.
He's marrying her.
He's sitting up. He's like, yes.
She doesn't know.
The Lady Alicent Hightower.
I don't think. Yeah, she
Before
didn't
Spring's
know.
End.
My house is Valerian,
Yep.
the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
You should have told her.
Yeah, because she was under the impression you were gonna go
With Lena.
that route. Yeah.
When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
God.
We've been passed over too often.
It was never my brother's strongest trait, being king.
I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts.
It's like a mask type thing or something. So that was like the pirate or something they've been talking about at the end there with like the
I
mask.
guess.
And you mentioned the eyes. Does he
It
have
doesn't
eyes?
look like he had eyes.
I don't even know.
But he has to have at least one eye to see what he's doing, right?
Something. So the episode opened with the crabs eating at a guy that was still alive, and they've been mentioning he wants to send ships. The guy who ultimately ends up going to Daemon after being rejected because he was offering up his 12-year-old daughter
Lena.
to Viserys. Yeah, Lana to Viserys to bring the house together because his wife, the queen that never was, which she hates that with a passion. She has to. She hated it too, but I guess
She understood.
she had to just go with it because her husband made a point that this is happening because your wife is now gone, your daughter's the heir, they're all going to come for you.
Yeah.
Not wrong. So yeah, I saw it coming.
He chose to marry the other girl.
Alicent Hightower.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the episode overall, besides the creepiness?
I thought overall it was pretty good.
Better than the first episode, or kind of in the same, or would you say it's?
I feel like there was more action last episode. There was
Yeah.
definitely a lot more action.
This was a lot more of like moving pieces around and a
Yeah.
time jump. A time
A
jump.
6-month time jump.
Yeah, like
Half a year.
it's like it's been half a year since my mother passed. What? And I thought for a second when you said that, I'm like, wait, did Alicent say that? Like maybe we misheard. Like it was Alicent who said her mother because they mentioned that the mother passed before the
Yeah.
show. But then we have the King Viserys is like, oh, it's been half a year since my wife passed. Like, oh, so we're just time jumping now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess nothing happened for 6 months
Apparently not.
ish. So okay, so that means Daemon's been kind of. He went to Dragonstone, took it over without any response, and he's claiming he has a child coming from his soon-to-be second wife. That
His
isn't
whore.
true. Yes, that she wasn't actually.
She doesn't ever
pregnant.
want to have children.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to have to go through childbirth.
and he sent that message to the council saying that I want you to come to my wedding because I have child coming. I guess it was just a way to kind of get his brother to kind of see what he
Get
would
his
do.
attention.
Of course, Hightower shows up. So, I think something's going on with it. I think Hightower's manipulating. Clearly.
I mean, did you see his face when, after he said that he was going to marry
His daughter.
his daughter?
Who
He
was
like
just
he
there.
smiled at
Mm-hmm.
the other.
And he nodded
the other
at him.
guy.
He's like, mm-hmm. And his daughter was just there, who's never been in that room before.
Picking at her nails.
Yeah,
Like,
picking. Rhaenyra's been there pouring drinks and stuff and trying to give some insight. Obviously, her father's like, shh. You'll learn eventually. Like, no, let her speak. If she's gonna be the heir, and he freaked out when she went to Dragonstone. If she's gonna be your heir, let her speak.
but it's almost a good thing she went to Dragonstone. I know she wasn't supposed to, but
Yeah.
there could have been a nice war on that bridge there.
And I
but
think-
she came in with her dragon and
Stop
got
it.
the egg, and
Hightower literally could have killed everybody there because he said the king wouldn't like lower himself to this. Like he wanted to go.
yeah.
And he lied. And I think it cut to the guy you recognize from Outlander, right? It cuts to him for a brief second. I think it was him or somebody who like looked down or something when Hightower was saying the king wouldn't come here. I think because like, oh, he lied. He's like, I don't want to say anything. I think Hightower's manipulating because episode 1, of course, last week, he sends his daughter to go see the king.
Go comfort him.
And it's been kind of implied, I guess, just by how him deciding to go with her instead of Lena, that she's just been kind of showing up and hanging out with him and in his like little study, and
Gave him that like little dinosaur.
the dragon like repaired it,
Yeah.
repaired or broke it. And I'm like, oh my god, they're setting up. He's gonna, because Rhaenyra had no idea. She thought Dad's gonna marry this 12-year-old, which is, and I'm like, it's like he's talking to his daughter when he's walking with her. I'm like, this is uncomfortable as
I
hell.
know.
But I'm glad because they could have went this route of him marrying her because these are Targaryens. They love sleeping with each other, having kids together. That's kind of how they kept the Targaryen bloodline. I guess Jaime and Cersei from Game of Thrones were also Targaryen too. I guess brother and sister. But I'm glad he's like, no. Like, I don't even think he was even thinking about keeping the bloodline going. I mean,
Probably not.
I think he just sees the hand of the king, Hightower Otto, as a trusted advisor. But, like, literally, anytime somebody says something that Hightower doesn't want to happen, he has to always argue the point and disagree. only when it's in his favor or something he wants to happen. So he had this set in motion. As soon as the mom died, his wife sends the daughter in.
Sneaky little guy.
There's no wife. He doesn't have a wife. Her mom's gone. There's no one that can tell him no or question him. So I'm wondering, did she actually die? Wait, I wonder if they said how she died. Because did he take her out?
I hope not.
I don't know. So political plays, essentially is what's happening here. So Daemon has a new ally, the Master of Ships. I'm guessing he's still going to stay on the council.
I would imagine.
But
so
now-
he can kind of get
An
the
idea
inside
of what's
scoop.
happening, and Daemon will know information.
Yeah.
See, I feel like Daemon got pushed out by Hightower, because Hightower technically was the one kind of manipulating all that. But Daemon was also being really excessive when he went after all the like cutting people's arms off and stuff and attacking criminals.
Yeah.
But still, he kind of did it to himself too. So it's kind of hard to. I don't know. But thank God Rhaenyra. Like I love that shot too with they hear it, and then the clouds are starting to ripple,
Yeah.
flies over. That was cool.
I like that.
And
she even told Daemon to kill her.
if
The only way
you
you'll be.
if you want to be arrogant, if you
Gotta
want it, if
kill
you
me.
want it so bad,
But I don't think he'll do that. I think he likes his niece.
I think.
So I don't think he'll do anything to harm her.
I mean, he even said that the stuff he was doing at Dragonstone was what his bloodline would do.
Yeah.
The Targaryens. So it's clear he loves his family. It just feels like,
Him and his brother at war.
yeah, or his brother is being manipulated, or he's not seeing the full picture. I mean, I think the Master of Ships, he has a point. This pirate who's like nailing people to stakes out there in the sands while the crabs are eating people. He's already destroyed stuff, and he's a major threat. And
He'll just keep doing it.
Daemon made a point. That's the one thing about my brother. He's been not good at being a king, implying he's not good at making good decisions. Maybe
But did you see how Daemon, he didn't like when
spoke bad about
when
him.
he spoke bad. He's like, that's not for you to do.
I can do it.
Yeah.
You can't. And I wonder if that's because, since that's his brother, he knows his flaws, and that
Yeah.
you don't really know. I don't know. Maybe I think he's really protective. Is what the thing is. I like Rhaenyra's conversation with the queen that never was. I don't remember her name, but I know she hates that, because when she said that to her face again, her face is just like. And your point about Cersei, I don't think she's a Cersei, but she definitely has that vibe in that scene.
Yeah, I don't think she's her, but
She's definitely like, I mean, with that whole thing of the asking, like, who actually has seen battle, who's actually fought,
yeah.
and she picked the one guy. She was like in the distance, kind of just watching, just like,
Yeah.
just seeing what she's doing.
And almost that shot of her just sitting there, it just made me think of Cersei. Like, it almost looked like her, like, from a distance.
kind of like just listening, just kind of just
Yeah.
and then of course throwing her things in, because she made a point. You'll never get on that throne. He's like, well, when I become queen, I'll change things. Like, well, you think so, and you made a good point. Someone should sweep. There's a lot of just
There was
dirt,
a lot of leaves there.
leaves
That
and dirt,
bothered me.
nasty. And this you would think they would have like all the other rooms look nice, but that little walkway, there was even a girl further down cleaning stuff. Sweep it up. Do something. So we were wrong. There wasn't a lot of dragons in this episode, but we got to
Two of
see
the same ones.
Daemon's dragon and Rhaenyra's dragon. And it was it. They did show he was looking off in out the window. Viserys, we saw, because it's that new building, the giant building. That's where the dragons are kept.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool that we have a new addition to King's Landing, because essentially we could just be seeing the very same locations all the time, but we're seeing a lot of new locations, like the whole prayer type thing where Alicent, anyways, and Rhaenyra were there kind of in this like weird dark room with all these candles and stuff. That's interesting, just to kind of see something different, because you're seeing a lot of King's Landing.
See, I thought that was sweet. Like, they
Yeah.
had, like, this little bonding moment. Like, because that's what she did for her. Like, that's how she remembers her mom. She goes there.
So she has to do it for her mom too.
Yeah. And now it's weird. Like, they were friends, but now she'll technically be her stepmom.
Yeah, I even made a thing. I was like,
Could have a brother or sister.
they're not gonna be friends anymore. I don't think.
Oh no.
I mentioned I think something's
No, I
gonna
don't think they'll be
happen.
friends.
I was like, I think something's gonna happen to like something in between. Something's gonna happen. I wasn't expecting this to
Yeah.
happen. Like this was not what I was expecting. Crazy episode. A lot of power struggle and some political moves. Are we gonna see another time jump?
Hope not.
We got 6 months. I mean, I don't know.
Hope not.
Anything else that occurred that we're missing that we forgot to mention? Not that I can think of.
I think we mentioned most
Well, I
of
mean, they mentioned Rhaenyra and Viserys, like, they haven't really talked much.
it. No.
And it's awkward at the dinner table. Like, it's
I
like,
mean, what are you supposed to say to your daughter after you killed her mother?
like making that decision.
You made the choice to kill her mother to hopefully have a son. And what if that kid was a girl? Like, what if he had another daughter and he killed the mother?
Well, she also did say, too, that there was no more kids done.
Yeah.
So, regardless, there would be no more from her. I don't know.
It's a shame.
It's unfortunate. I mean, but yeah, at least at the end, they were able to talk a little, but then, of course, he ruined that by going, I'm marrying Hightower's daughter.
Yep. Bunch of shit.
Bunch of shit, people. It's shit.
But I mean, to me, it feels better than him marrying that 12-year-old.
Yes.
Because at least the one girl, she's a little older.
Still bad.
Still not great.
I don't think she's an adult, but still, I mean,
We haven't actually heard how old her or
No, we
Rhaenyra
haven't.
are.
or maybe they did. I don't remember. But,
I don't remember
they
them
did say
saying.
Lana, Lana, 12.
Yeah.
She's 12. So, and two, with her, that whole wording too, is like, it'd be great for us to get our houses together like that. Your father told you to say that line. She's like,
Because she was saying a lot. Like, that was a lot for a 12-year-old.
big words that just don't make sense, and it just sounds like something her father would say, which is what we saw earlier with both of them kind of telling, hey, you need to marry our daughter, blah blah blah, join our houses, and the daughter saying the same thing.
Yeah.
The dragon's waking up our dragon, little dragon over here. Hi. So I think that's it, guys. Pretty intense episode in terms of the political stuff, and so now we will see what happens, because now there's no new alliance with Daemon and the Master of Ships, and Viserys did not. He's not going to marry the 12-year-old, and he's going to be marrying Hightower's daughter, which he wanted, and Rhaenyra obviously is pissed the fuck off, which as she should be. There's our little dragon. Oh, breathe fire. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And let us know in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode of House of the Dragon. We will talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Out.